Hello, welcome to Free Cool Gaming Exploits, and today we have for you another random news. What are we talking about today then? Well, Rise of the Tomb Raider was announced today, and it sparked up a bit of a controversy. Why? Well, Tomb Raider's always been a third-party game. It's never really had any exclusivity contracts in the past, so everyone's been able to play it whatever platform they're playing on. Which is great, but today it was announced that Rise of the Tomb Raider was going to be coming out on the Xbox One. And being that the internet is such a rational, calculative place of just acceptance and genius decisions, obviously the internet has heard this news, sat there, pondered and weighed up the pros and cons, and then started a lynch mob. They're going absolutely mental, and I can kind of see why, especially if you bought, say, the Tomb Raider reboot, which is obviously a prequel, and in this game's yet another prequel, I'm assuming. But yeah, if you're a fan of the series and you bought the previous one, I can see why people are going absolutely mad. Personally, I have got the previous game. I've got it on the Xbox 360. And honestly, I was so disappointed, and I know I'm not the only one that was this disappointed with the reboot, that I'm not really fussed about this new game. So it's not really bad news for me. I've just noticed that so many people are going fucking up in arms about it. Just, I'll be honest, Tomb Raider, the reboot, it just really, to me, was not a Tomb Raider game. It seemed like Square Enix had obviously recently acquired the rights to Tomb Raider, and they'd seen Uncharted and thought, let's do that. I mean, honestly, I think they might have actually had a game or the concept of what would become Tomb Raider on the drawing board before they even attached the Tomb Raider license to the concept, is what it seems like to me. It's too much like Uncharted. It's just how the game's structured. Runny, jumpy, climby, murder all the things, emotional cutscene, repeat. That's the entire game, unless you go off the beaten path and find the little secret tombs, which are essentially, they call them tombs, and people have came to me and complained, including one of my good friends, have complained at me for something I posted on Twitter earlier, where I just said that there's no tombs. There's no tombs in the game. How can it be Tomb Raider with no tombs? Yeah, there is tombs. Okay, they said there's tons of tombs. Okay, there is tombs. They call them tombs. I'm doing quotation marks with my fingers here, but I don't know why, you can't see. There is tombs, yes, I will concede. Definitely tombs. Except they're not like what they were. They're just small little puzzle rooms. You sort of see a cave, and you go inside the cave, and there's one room with one puzzle, with one little reward at the end, one little collectible item, and that's it. That's all there is. Whereas Tomb Raider, the original, and I know that levels were used due to the constraints of the hardware at the time, but you could have up to like 3 or 4 levels on the old Tomb Raider games in one tomb. Like, the scenery did not really change. This is just one area that you're exploring, and obviously as you progress through it, it'd have to load in another level, because that's how big they were. In today's standards, you just wouldn't have that loading time in between. But this did not have tombs like that. It didn't have areas like that. If you just went through the game from start to finish, just speed run it, complete speed run, you probably encounter about 4 or 5 puzzles, really. And the rest is just platformy section, shoot some dudes. Platformy sections, flip a switch, shoot some dudes. If you want, then in certain sections you can be clever and try and stealthy, but at the end of the day, you're just going to be murdering some things. And it was supposed to be this whole exceptional story arc of Lara Croft and how she became the Tomb Raider through an arduous journey. That arduous journey consisted of 1 deer and 1 fucking dude that tried to kill her. She kills those, goes, I'm a murderer, with blood on her hands, has this emotional scene, and then she turns into a complete fucking sociopath and just starts murdering everything on the island that moves. Except for a select few people that have just got a timer above their heads, you know, just waiting for the moment that they do get killed just for some excuse for character development. It wasn't Tomb Raider. Look at the footage that I'm planning to use Tomb Raider footage here. Look at the footage. That's Tomb Raider. And I know it's Tomb Raider anniversary and all that, but that is how it is. There's platforms, there's puzzles. Lovely. Anyway, that's all from me. Thanks for watching Recall Gaming Exploits. Do that stuff to everyone channel tells you to do, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.